Thank you. Please be seated. Today we are here to witness and celebrate Andrea Sherrill and Rex Petrel and their love for one another. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ray Conger, and I met Andrea and Rex while living in Washington, D.C., and I consider them among my closest friends. It is truly a great honor to serve as officiant for their wedding. Before we get started, I'd like to thank everybody for being here, some of you who have traveled a great distance, and I know it means a lot to Andrea and Rex. I'd also like to thank Steve and Lorraine Sherrill and Larry and Ellen Petrel. Thank you for hosting us this weekend, but more importantly, for raising two kind, intelligent, and caring people. Andrea and Rex are who they are because of the strong foundations built by their parents. Unfortunately, Larry is unable to be here because of an unexpected illness, but I'm happy to say he and Rex's sister Cindy are joining us via live stream. Everybody wave. When I reflect on Andrea and Rex's relationship and how they came into each other's lives, I can't help but think about big, unanswerable questions about fate, chance, and the choices that impact our lives. We'll get into the larger forces at play in a moment, but it's clear Andrea and Rex are made for each other. During the 4 years that they've been together, these two have built a life together that started in DC, has moved to San Francisco, and one day will return back east. Ceremonies are important, but marriage is hard work, and they have demonstrated their love and commitment for one another, and that they are better together than alone. Right, those unanswerable questions. How did we get here? Andrea, a girl from New Jersey, and Rex, a guy from California, were both living in Washington, D.C., when fatefully, Andrea made the decision to move into a group house full of strangers on U Street. She had met all the roommates but one prior to signing the lease, and while moving in, she came across Rex for the first time. Perhaps unwittingly signaling his value as a life partner, Rex was doing the dishes. As you'd expect, Rex didn't object to his new roommate either. After weeks of living together, knowing at the very least they enjoyed each other's company, there was a night out on 14th Street, and Rex and Andrea started down a path that some people would consider a huge mistake. They entered a relationship with their roommate. Sure, we've all had roommates before, maybe even one that we've been attracted to, but rarely is that roommate also your soulmate. But what I, and I'm sure many of you here know, is that Rex and Andrea are both individuals who are principled, strong-willed, and committed. And if there's something they know in their heart to be true, they will follow it. In other words, they #keep it real. Rex knew early on that Andrea was the one that he loved and that he would marry her. A caring friend might ask, do you think dating a roommate is a good idea? But to me and multiple other people here, Rex knew that he had found his person. And there's good reason for this. What drew Rex to Andrea is that she's mature, self-assured, and fiercely independent. Remarkably smart, but not pretentious. Ambitious and accomplished, but caring and supportive. Andrea is a contradiction in all the best ways. It's also the things that Andrea is able to share with Rex. Andrea is a former soccer player, and quite crucially, a sports fan. Saturdays will now be reserved for Chelsea Football Club and Stanford. She's also an outstanding cook who takes immense joy in creating a decadent meal. I know Julie and Nate still dream about the time that Andrea spent the summer caring for Brenton and cooking dinner for the family. Most importantly, Andrea is someone who has fun. And we probably wouldn't be standing here today if she didn't, because Rex is one of the most fun people I've ever met. Like Andrea, Rex is someone who has worked hard to succeed in his career while managing to make time for the things that matter. Around the time I was first introduced to Rex, our mutual friend, Michael Lazar, told me that he's the type of guy who's the MVP of other people's weddings. Needless to say, I am very excited to see the type of performance he will put in for his own. Rex is a loyal and patient friend, the type of person who, if invited to a party, or let's say a smoke fest, will be the first person there to set up, make friends with everybody in the room, and then will stay late to do the dishes. Lastly, Rex is happiest when he is with Andrea. Whether it's a simple Friday night having a Manhattan together, a night at the ballpark, preferably the Lexus Club at Nats Park, or a romantic trip to Napa for wine tasting. Andrea and Rex, you found each other at the right time and at the right place and took a chance to find out if you were more than just roommates. And now you stand on the verge of becoming permanent roommates for life. Before you commit yourselves, though, we have two people very close to you who will share some special passages. First, Andrea's brother, Greg Sherrill, will read a passage from Les Miserables.
The future belongs to hearts even more than it does to minds. Love, that is the only thing that can occupy and fill eternity. In the infinite, the inexhaustible is requisite. Love participates of the soul itself. It is of the same nature. Like it, it is the divine spark. Like it, it is incorruptible, indivisible, imperishable. It is a point of fire that exists within us, which is immortal and infinite, which nothing can confine and which nothing can extinguish. We feel it burning even to the very marrow of our bones, and we see it beaming in the very depths of heaven. What a grand thing it is to be loved. What a far grander thing it is to love.
Thank you. Now, Rex's sister Debbie Lyons, will read a passage, Love is Friendship, Caught Fire.
Love is friendship caught fire. It is quiet, mutual confidence, sharing and forgiving. It is loyalty through good and bad times. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses. Love is content with the present, hopes for the future, and does not brood over the past. Love is the day in and day out chronicles of irritations, problems, compromises, small disappointments, big victories, and working toward common goals. If you have love in your life, any kind of love, it can make up for great many things you lack. If you do not have love, no matter what else there is, it is not enough. Love is friendship caught fire.
Thank you. Okay, it is now time to get down to the real business at hand. Andrea and Rex have chosen to write their own vows, which they will now read.
When I first met you, while you were washing dishes in the kitchen of 2122, I couldn't have imagined that this is where we would be 4 years later. But now that we're here, well, I still can't believe it sometimes. It's been an amazing journey, to say the least. We've lived in 4 apartments in as many years, in 2 cities so far, and drove 3,000 miles across the country together in the process. Never again. Throughout all of it, I felt so incredibly lucky to have you, my best friend, by my side. I love that you are kind and patient. I love how welcoming you are. It shows in how you've drawn so many wonderful people into your life that are here with us today. I love how you challenge me and how you encourage me to achieve. And mostly, I love how you love and care for me, and I promise to always do the same for you. I promise to be adventurous, to keep exploring, and to always try new things with you. I promise to cook if you do the dishes. I promise to be the best partner I can be, both in our relationship and on the tennis court. I even promise to root for Stanford football. I promise to be a team player in all the decisions we make together. Most importantly, I promise to love and respect you, both for who you are and who you are becoming. I'm so excited for our lives together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us.
Thank you. Andrea, I am so excited to be standing here today in front of our closest family and friends to express my unending love for you. You are my best friend, closest confidant, and the love of my life. When you moved into 2122, I have to say that I didn't expect to fall in love with my roommate. but boy, am I glad that we took a shot. I love how strong, smart, and passionate you are, and how deeply you care for and love your friends and family. I promise to be the very best husband I can be and the most dependable person in your life, to comfort you when you've had a tough day and to get up early on weekends to support Chelsea. I promise to respect you always, to keep you entertained on flights and train rides, to be patient when we're frustrated with each other, and to watch endless reruns of Chopped and Triple D. Our relationship will seem easy during the happiest times in our lives, but when things get hard and I do something that makes you want to pull your hair out, with the support of our friends and family, we can overcome any challenge that life throws at us. I am so proud to be standing here today with you and cannot wait to build a family with you. I love you.
Andrea and Rex, as a daily reminder of your love for one another, you have chosen to wear rings that symbolize the vows you are committing today. You're going to get this to Rex. Put this on his finger. With this ring, do you, Andrea, promise to love and respect Rex, to share your life and your dreams, and to value your differences as much as your common ground? Do you promise to be a companion to him in all of his successes and failures, to be a true and loyal friend, and to always give him your unwavering support?
I do.
With this ring, do you, Rex, promise to love and respect Andrea, to share your life and dreams, and to value your differences as much as your common ground? Do you promise to be a companion to her in all of her successes and failures, to be a true and loyal friend, and to always give her your unwavering support?
I do.
Through the powers vested in me by the Universal Life Church and the state of New Jersey, and with everybody here as witness, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss one another. Rex and Andrea, everybody.